light, the beauty within shining bright. Wings of steel, so loud. She has scars, but she flaunts them proud. Perfectly imperfect. Oh.
What I want to do is take a couple of deep breaths here, or a few deep breaths before we go into our wellness topic. Are you ready? Take a deep breath in and release. Make an audible sound when you do that if you can. Take a deep breath in and release. Let's do one more now. In and release. So I always like to tell people that breathing is our most valuable tool, because we can do that at any time. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling stressed, if you just need a moment, it's important that you're taking breaths throughout the day, okay? It keeps us here. It keeps us in this moment, which is mindfulness, okay? And it really can center us. So if you're ever having a hard time throughout your days, whatever it is, you can always take deep breaths in order to center yourself and feel more grounded, all right? Okay, so let's delve into the topic of our intuition and authentic living, okay? So have you ever had a gut feeling about a decision that turned out to be right? Let me know. That's your intuition working. So it's just a deeper knowing, inner knowing, that guides you without needing logical reasoning, okay? Intuition is a key for authentic living because it helps to align your actions with your true self, values, and desires. So ask yourself, do you know your values and desires, and are you aligned with those things? Because your intuition helps you to do that. So in a world full of external pressures and distractions, reconnecting with your intuition can feel like uncovering a compass to navigate life authentically. But what exactly is intuition, and how can it support you in your life and in your journey? Let's talk about that. So intuition is often described as a deep inner knowing or instinctive understanding that arises without the need for conscious reasoning, okay? It's the ability to sense or feel something that goes beyond logic or facts, often manifesting as a gut feeling. Let me know if you've had a gut feeling before. Maybe you ignored it. A subtle nudge or a sudden insight. So in essence, intuition acts as your internal compass, tapping into the wisdom that is both personal and universal, okay? And it helps you to navigate life's complexities with greater clarity and authenticity. So if you're a crystal baby, or you're into the energy realm like I am, and you like to use holistic tools, I want to just pause and tell you about a crystal that you can use to actually help with your intuition, okay? So our crown chakra actually is the ball of energy that helps us to connect to the universe, things that are greater than us, our higher being, God, whatever it is that you pray to, okay? Your root chakra is right on the top of your head, and it's a bright purple light. When that energy is open, your intuition fires a little bit more effectively, and you can open that up by using this crystal here, which is amethyst, okay? This is a raw crystal, and this is like a tumbled crystal, okay? Either will do, okay? So if you are into the holistic kind of things, so that's the crystal that you would use if you are trying to activate your intuition. So let's talk about how it guides us, okay? So a lot of people have shut down their intuition, right? Because everything is so logical in our world. A lot of people don't like talking about things that you can't grasp or that you can't explain, right? But our intuition is built within us, okay? So what our intuition does, it aligns you with your values. So your intuition instinctively knows when something feels right or wrong. By paying attention to those feelings, you can make choices that reflect your core values rather than your external expectations. Because there's a lot of things and a lot of people that put expectations on us. Society puts tons of expectations on us, right? When you're really rooted in your intuition, you can tell the difference of what it is that you're aligned with and what you might be doing in the alignment of other people's expectations and not yours. Also, making decisions with confidence. So rather than overthinking or seeking excessive external input, intuition allows you to trust your inner voice. So this confidence helps you to act decisively and in alignment with your authentic path. All right? It also helps with recognizing misalignment. So intuition often signals when something isn't right. Feeling of uneasiness, hesitation, or discomfort can indicate that a decision or situation may not align with your true self. And I want you to sit and think about a time where you were really having a hard time making a decision. You hesitated. Maybe you weren't sure. Maybe something's really bothering you, right? Over and over and over again, right? Sometimes that's an indication to think about what is your intuition saying? Like, sit in that energy, sit in that gut feeling. So the big question is, we have our intuition, so why don't we use it? Why do we ignore it, right? Despite its importance, many of us struggle to trust it. This could be because of society conditioning, fear of change, or self-doubt, okay? So here's what I mean when I say that. Societal conditioning. So from an early age, we're often taught to prioritize logic, rules, others' opinions of our inner voice, right? I can think about many times in my early age where my intuition was shut down, you know. I think most people have had that. Fear of change. Following your intuition can lead to unfamiliar or uncomfortable choices, which may feel risky. So if you don't like to stand out, if you don't feel like you feel comfortable with shifting in a certain way, you might ignore your intuition. Our last thing is like self-doubt. So overthinking, second guessing can drown out intuitive signals, leaving us stuck and indecision. So we recognize the barriers. So what can we do in order to strengthen this intuition that is actually a muscle, right? Because we have to keep using it so that we can grow it. So the more you use it, the more you can rely on it. So here are some ways to reconnect. Peaceful mindfulness, okay? So quieting the mind through mindfulness or meditation, which we're going to do after this. We're going to do a very short meditation, okay? And that allows you to hear your intuitive voice. Even a few minutes a day can help you tune it. Journaling prompts. Use these prompts to reflect and explore your intuition. So what decisions have I made recently that felt not good for me? When was the last time I trusted my gut and what happened? Also, listening to your body is super important. So your body often communicates intuition through physical sensations. So pay attention to signs like feeling tension, ease, or a gut feeling when faced with decisions. So I want to, before we close this off and get into our meditation, I want to give you something that you can do in order to start thinking about how you connect to your intuition, okay? So when I started my journey 7-8 years ago, I took a course from my own Reiki master about sharpening your intuitiveness. As a practitioner, it's important that you are intuitive and you can pick up on what it is that is happening within you and sometimes within others, especially when you're working with clients. So one of the exercises that she shared was finding a place that is safe and quiet for you, okay? Make sure you're not distracted. Sitting in that space and asking yourself really simple questions and listening to your intuition. So you can start with really, really simple things. Like, how do I feel about having pizza or pasta tonight? That's how simple you can start when you want to grow your intuition. And then just sort of sit down and think about it. You know, do you want pasta sauce or do you want something cheesy? So you can start just by using those very little things. It's like kind of decision making and helping you do that, but really tuning into what it is that you're feeling and what your body is telling you. I know it seems simple, but if you're not listening to your intuition and you're not tuned in, simple is the best way to go, okay? The Freeing the Butterfly book is like simple exercises and things that you can do to make big, long-lasting changes. Okay, that is one of the things that I live and have helped people with, is you don't have to do everything at once. You can just take it piece by piece, right? So I'm just going to end off with saying that your intuition is a powerful guide that connects you to your authentic self. Okay, so this week just try noticing one intuitive nudge and acting on it. Whether it's reaching out to a friend, changing your plans, or making a bold choice, see how it feels to trust your inner voice. And remember that it is a skill that strengthens over time with practice, okay? And it'll guide you toward a life of alignment, purpose, and joy, if that's what it is that you want. I hope that you're enjoying this talk so far. We are going to meditate. I was actually going through the book to see what meditation would kind of align with this today. So I found finding what works for you, which is our 6th chapter. Now in that chapter we talk about eye exercises that you can do. Okay, so in the book we have yoga poses that you can do. We talk about the chakras and how your energy is impacted by that. And affirmations, always affirmations, a meditation, the crystals you can use. There's coloring pages, okay, because coloring can be a form of meditation. And a doodle page if you wanted to doodle some notes. So it's like you have everything in one book. Crystals, essential oils, journal prompts, and always an action step, because when you're trying to make a change, you want to have something that you're going to work on, right? In order to make sure that you are really embracing that and having some practice to do that. All right, so I thought that doing the meditation in chapter 6 would be good because it's finding what works for you, okay? And I picked this meditation because we talk about letting go of the shoulds. When you're always in the shoulds of what you should be doing, your intuitiveness, is not being tapped in, because the fact is like you are basically running off of your expectations of yourself without thinking about that, but also others' expectations. So this meditation is brief, but it is going to help you to let go of things that you think you should be doing, okay? And kind of give you that energy of just being and doing what you feel aligned to do, okay? All right, so here we go. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Imagine all the times you felt you should do something. Visualize those things floating away. You can even imagine the word should floating away, if that is easier. of the shoulds and expectations that come from other people. Now visualize the things you want. See yourself doing all the things that are important to you. Feel how happy you are. Sit with this happiness for a while. Letting it fill you with joy. When you're ready, take 3 deep breaths. And open your eyes. You may want to grab your journal and make some notes about how happy you felt and what you were doing, or what tools you were using that made you feel that way. You could refer back to your notes when you're having a bad day. Do this meditation anytime you are feeling anxious about feeling like you should do something. Just work on letting it go. So that is our meditation. If you have any questions right now about intuition, about anything that I talked about, please do let me know. So I'll look forward to seeing you. I love you guys. Please make sure that you are being kind, because we have no idea what the heck people are going through each and every day.
Light, the beauty within shining bright, wings of steel.